morning, everybody. It is currently the 30th of November, 2014. What we have going on out here in the Western Pacific today is actually several areas which we are keeping a very close eye on this weekend. And first and foremost, let's talk about Sinlaku because that has now made landfall over Vietnam. We also have another low on its wake, and that's really been bringing some heavy showers across much of the southern half of the Philippines. And then the other big topic, and I know a lot of you are watching this, especially from the weather community, is Invest 95W, a low pressure area out there into the Micronesian islands. And hey guys, that one really could become a named storm, and even stronger than that potentially. First, I do want to mention Sinlaku. This storm, it has significantly weakened. It did make landfall during the overnight hours here on Saturday and the Sunday. Now still tracking off towards the west. The Japan Meteorological Agency has winds about 40, gusting up to 60 knots with this. Despite it doing some weakening here just because it is over land, it also has encountered some vertical wind shear. It still could bring that threat of some flooding and even landslides across parts of Cambodia and also much of central and southern Vietnam. And the main reason for this is not so much that center of circulation, which is now being disrupted by the mountains out here, but it's just going to continue to move off towards the west, but still pulling those easterly winds off the South China Sea combined with the northeast monsoon coming in from this direction. So you're going to see just this persistent rainfall really kick up over the next 48 to 72 hours. You can see even here, Sunday going through Monday, you still have that moisture inflow continuing to wrap around, and once that just continues to pour in over the course of several days here, you're just going to see that relentless rainfall, and that could cause some problems as far as the flooding. And even despite that, we also have another low coming in off the Philippines, which I mentioned earlier is bringing some rainfall there, and that could also pump in some more moisture combined with the next cold surge. So yeah, guys, if you are out here in Vietnam, be ready for that threat of flooding. Sinlaku, also known as Queenie in the Philippines, a history of crownings. One or two people in Cebu, one person in Bohol, and another person in Mindanao. So definitely, this is still a dangerous storm system. This was back in the Philippines. Also had 2 injuries out here as well. And I do want to mention 8 people are missing. And this is something about the Philippines. And it's something we really discussed at the meet and greet, the Western Pacific Weather Conference this year. The fact that even if you have tropical depression, because it moved over the Philippines as a tropical depression, it still could cause very significant damage. And that's what we've seen here. And that's why we always take these storms so seriously. And well, one reason why I do these video updates, despite really they don't make much money, it's just the fact that I think the information does help. Another big thing, actually, a total of nearly 3,000 homes were damaged due to this tropical depression. So I know that's pales in comparison to the fact that there was 4 deaths, 8 people are missing. It does really put things in perspective, and we're still seeing more rainfall out here today, and that could cause even more flooding out here for the southern half of the Philippines. But hey guys, this is that first surge of moisture, and let's talk about the other one. Now this is going to be talking about long-range models, so I'm not saying anything track related at this time, but I mean, a lot of you are looking at that rotation farther off towards the east. Now I know if a lot of you see an area over here, this is the same area where well, BOFA generated, Haiyan generated, and well, this next area where it looks like it's going to be starting to develop. But the key thing to know is that when we talk about straight runner storms this late in the season, it's kind of a thumb rule to remember that they could go in that direction, but each storm is different. They're not all the same. The big thing happening here, look at this high pressure. It is dominating just towards the south of Okinawa, and that's going to drift off towards the east, get merged in with the Westpac High. We're going to have another cold surge dive in. You've seen that on the extended outlook when we were talking about Sinlaku. That very well could pull this area off towards the north. If it is not strong enough, it'll stay on a westerly direction. Right now, models are differed on what exactly could occur here long range. So let's go through a few of them. Now remember, these are model guidances. These are not forecast tracks. I can't stress that enough. Here you're seeing the GFS model. I'll go ahead and just tell you the days. This is by Monday and the Tuesday. We get that low developing just towards the south of Guam. Thing is, it moves a little bit farther towards the northwest quicker than what some of the other models are indicating. It really does develop, though. Look at the pressure drop down to 978 right there. I mean, we're talking about a Cat 1 to Cat 2 typhoon if that was to occur. Now it just kind of wobbles there, but that cold surge comes in. It grabs it. You can see kind of this being sheared off towards the northeast, and it gets pulled off into that direction. Really just kind of gets absorbed with that surge and just weakens out due to cold air. This would be best case scenario. Really, no one's getting impacted outside of our friends there into Yap, maybe southern Guam, but in no larger land masses. Now, I want to compare that up with the ECMWF model outlook. This is also Weather Bell platform, and let's go ahead and scroll through here. You can see this is by next Friday, and then we go ahead even into Friday, into Saturday. We have a low just spinning off the coastline here of eastern Mindanao and southern Visayas, and eventually this particular model does bring it on shore as a severe tropical storm to possibly typhoon status. Now, guys, hey, we're still talking about the 8th of December here. I mean, this is like 8 to 9 days out. Still, that's a lot of debate for air, and we still have to get through the genesis phase and get a named tropical system on this before anything as far as official track is put out. Take a look at this. This is from JTWC. They don't even have anything as far as a low risk of there. So we still have a lot of time to talk about this, guys. Anyhow, check out the website. I do apologize. This past weekend didn't really put out any new updates. Also do have a life on top of making these. So, there's that. All right, guys. Anyways, that is all. Stay safe out there. And as always, thanks for watching.